Okay, so I'm making this video here about Starlink and how they lost like 40 satellites or whatever. Well, obviously the mainstream narrative is that they had a solar flare. A solar flare goes and takes out their satellites rated at deployment, right? Well, there's already tons of satellites in the area circling around. These are in a low Earth orbit. The odds of it actually getting a solar flare and that being the real cause of the problem, not a concentrated energy weapon meant to take down these satellites so they can observe and see what the technology is probably pretty low. So a solar flare is probably not what actually happened. Probably was a concentrated energy weapon from either China or Russia to check and see, because I've made videos about Starlink's secret military purpose and how it is a synthetic aperture radar constellation that will be able to do full 3D mapping of the entire surface of the planet all the time, along with your cell phones and everything else that does 3D mapping. Your uh, your home, smart meter that does basically 3D mapping of your house just by seeing all the devices that you're using and communicating over the 4G antennas wirelessly, all of your information, everything that you're doing all the time. But along with your phones, of course, too. But yes, so right now, what more than likely what happened is one of these other countries wanted to see if this is true, and so they used a concentrated energy weapon to bring one of these down so they could intercept it in orbit and take it out and see what it's made of. See what they have inside of one of these things. And and there's also the possibility that they're falling back on their goal, and because they haven't got the Starship up and operational, the US military says, "Hey, you know what? Instead of you saying these are uh instead of you saying these were successfully launched, say that they were taken out and they're gonna go out of the air." And more than likely that's probably the actual story, because if they said they were gonna deorbit and they don't deorbit, then that's gonna be an issue, and they would be talking about that. And so more than likely it was another governmental body taking out of orbit, because a solar flare hitting that one spot seems very unlikely, doing damage to take out almost the entire group of them. And if that's a scenario, well, that's a really really unlikely scenario, just like it's a really unlikely scenario that the Starlink mission from 2015 or whatever it was that launched on my birthday, February 11th, which is a significant date I figured out because of 11 signifies the house of Aquarius. 11 is the number for the house of Aquarius. Okay? So I am the house of Aquarius. I am the only date that would fall with that number on, in the entire range of Aquarians. So I represent the entire house of Aquarius. Okay? Here to usher in artificial Aquarian abundance. I have an all metals isolating magnet you can look up in my videos. And there's all sorts of great things that's going to help increase the recycling and mining efficiencies. And it needs to be done in, with our Earth's high gravitational force. You use a shaker bed to get the particles airborne so they can counteract the gravitational force. It uses the lens effect, inducing eddy currents into metals and isolating all the precious metals, including gold and everything else, to the center of the toroid. And yeah, so you can look up that stuff and you can understand each little bit of it one little step at a time. And that will all sound like, real stuff once you actually understand it. So you can watch those videos, and yeah, you can check out the rest of this channel. And if you're new to here, make sure that you subscribe, because otherwise there's a good chance you'll never see this channel again, because it's just a sheer miracle that you're here. Some miracle the YouTube algorithm has allowed you to come to my channel. And yeah, so make sure to subscribe. Make sure to hit the all notifications button and tell me what you think about what's going on, what you think would possibilities of what could happen with this. And yeah, so I'm very interested to know. And so leave a comment. And I love you all. I hope you have a glorious, magnificent, wonderful, beautiful, awesome, amazing, incredible day. And I'll talk to you all in the next video. Love you all. Bye.